Yeah. We back. Yeah.
The GP will see you now.
Look, free to return to that emo rap. Ain't no kilo stash. Augusta's son had to reload that. Daddy gone, but his legacy strong. How do you figure? I too thought I'd be dead, all things considered, but I'm living, thriving and growing, fighting opponents that I'm with it. Striving to know who died for the lowest. Don't you get it? The industry hopers try to control us. I ain't with it. I got me a goal that's highly explosive with my wife and my baby. What I'm writing is weighty. Call me Esso or Bebenberg. They nighting me lately. Stand where the light is. Feeling like it, delighted, and maybe I'm getting grown. Nothing wrong with Bible and Baileys. I open up the text. Got my mind closer off the edge. Got the architect. I ain't gotta go to your connect. I gotta go direct. Him and I through the sun up. I say him and I are blessed up, rest. Is the right perspective. Back when I was driving a Vectra, my mind was on the setup and ease. No time for the let up and breeze. Young man with a vision, my ammunition was let off and squeeze. Talking know about it, so exotic. Go to mile, never hold a product. Though we wildin', we was on the island wave. Fast forward now today, thank God my mama prayed. Looking back and seeing all that God has made with his legacy. Daddy showed me the whole entire page. The depth of me, I will hold it and say Messiah's name. Gonna fire lane, but I also know that time will change. This entire frame's bound to go as far as the game. How you know it? The poets, they show it. I've been up and had my lowest, the lowest. I can't control this or hold this. To my final breath, I tell them this can go in the moment. So I pray over my daughter that her soul will have solace, you know. Yeah. We back. Yeah.
The GP will see you now.
Look, free to return to that emo rap. Ain't no kilo stash. Augusta's son had to reload that. Daddy gone, but his legacy strong. How do you figure? I too thought I'd be dead, all things considered, but I'm living. Striving and growing, fighting opponents that I'm with it. Striving to know who died for the lowest. Don't you get it? The industry hopers try to control us. I ain't with it. I got me a goal that's highly explosive with my wife and my baby. What I'm writing is weighty. Call me Esso or Bebenberg. They nighting me lately. Stand where the light is. Feeling like it, delighted, and maybe I'm getting grown. Nothing wrong with Bible and Baileys. I open up the text. Got my mind closer off the edge. Got the architect. I ain't gotta go to your connect. I gotta go direct. Him and I through the sun up. I say him and I are blessed up, rest. Is the right perspective. Back when I was driving a Vectra, my mind was on the setup and ease. No time for the let up and breeze. Young man with a vision, my ammunition was let off and squeeze. Talking know about it, so exotic. Go to mile, never hold a product. Though we wildin', we was on the island wave. Fast forward now today, thinking God my mama prayed. Looking back and seeing all that God has made with his legacy. Daddy showed me the whole entire page. The depth of me, I will hold it and say Messiah's name.
All right, evening everyone. Y'all sit tight for a second. I'm gonna switch my internet real quick, and we'll be getting started momentarily. All right, yes, sit tight. All right, I should have switched. Should have switched. We'll be starting in a minute. Y'all hang on.
be in my right brain. I can't explain, but I'm feeling some kind of way. You know what you see is what you find. You just keep the peace of my mind. And you know I believe in no sign. Cause no matter where I go, it's alright. Every day I see the sunrise. Even if it feels like a climb, I don't have to walk that line. That's why I wake up and yeah. We back. Yeah.
GP will see you now.
Look, free to return to that emo rap. Ain't no kilo stash. Augusta's son had to reload that. Daddy gone, but his legacy strong. How do you figure? I too thought I'd be dead, all things considered, but I'm living, thriving and growing, fighting opponents that I'm with it. Striving to know who died for the lowest, don't you get it? The industry hope is trying to control us, I ain't with it. I got me a goal that's highly explosive with my wife and my baby. What I'm writing is weighty. Call me Esso or Bird. They knighting me lately, stand where the light is. Feeling lighter, delighted, and maybe I'm getting grown. Nothing wrong with Bible and Bailey's. I open up the text, got my mind closer off the edge. Got the architect. I ain't gotta go to your connect. I gotta go direct. Him and I through the sun up.
All right. All right. We should be good to go. Let's see. All right. So as you guys make your way on, please be sure to like and share the video. Turn on your bell notifications. If you're tuning in from Facebook, follow the page and turn on the bell notifications. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications. And if you're on Twitter, be sure to retweet. And do all of these things after you have liked and shared the video from whatever platform you are on. All right. And let me go ahead and get this screen up so we can take a look at what's going on. So this is another live market observation. I think that this is volume number 35. Volume number 35. All right, so we should have everything up. Yes, we do. So we're going to be taking a look at the market. Of course, if you're new to this content, this is TeamAlliance. I am yours truly, Mark Fuller, also known as Brooklyn Moses. And this platform that we are observing is the NADEX platform, very powerful trading platform. We trade a very powerful instrument called binary option. This instrument makes it possible for us to take our understanding of market movement and in a very concise way, apply our understanding of movement to these binaries that we're trading. And I'm just pulling up a ticket. I'm taking a closer look at this movement. And that's what I kind of thought was going to happen. I think that a position change was going to take place. And that's exactly what's happening. NADEX is powerful. Oh, also, by the way, if you're new here, please don't hesitate to ask questions. If you're unfamiliar with NADEX and you don't know what it is, feel free to ask questions. Reminds me, if you're not in the public TeamAlliance Facebook group, be sure to join the public group so that you get notifications anytime I go live. Because if you don't get the notification directly from the platform, when I post in the Facebook group, you'll get that notification no matter what. So even if you don't get some of the other ones, for some reason, the Facebook notifications from the groups always go through. So you'll get it that way. All right. So be sure to join the public TeamAlliance Facebook group. So this platform, as I mentioned, is very powerful, because binaries are probably the most simple or the simplest instrument that you can trade. On NADEX, they have created 5-minute binaries. So the binaries recycle every 5 minutes. Now, okay, so let's talk about that for a moment. Why is that important? Why is 5-minute binaries so important? And also, why is 5-minute binaries not scary? Because people have a misconception, number one, about binaries, and furthermore, about 5-minute binaries. They are scared of these instruments. There's nothing to be scared of, because it's not even about the instrument, it's about the market. Notice what I said when I first came on. We capitalize on our understanding of what? The market. Our understanding of how the market moves. Then we take that information and then we apply it to these binaries. So you see that the 5-minute binaries, the binary options that we trade, they are secondary to the understanding of the market itself. So you need a skill in the market, which is what? Understanding of the movement. That's the market skill. You need that prior to trading these options. So it's not about coming on NADEX and trading. It's about coming on NADEX with a plan. We're going to get into it tonight. We're going to get into it tonight. If you don't have a plan when you trade these options, you'll lose them. You'll lose these trades. And you'll lose them more consistently than you'll win. The worst part of it all is that people will lose and they think that they're winning because they win a number of trades until they lose. So, for example, they'll go on a streak and all they're doing is the same thing that everyone else does: coin flipping. So basically they're saying, all right, I'm going to buy, or I'm going to sell. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take that one. They're picking trades to enter into and basically keeping their fingers crossed that the trade wins for them. Not understanding environment, not understanding behavior. They don't understand anything about movement in the market. Yet they'll take these options and they'll try to trade them because they're 5 minutes, meaning that every 5 minutes there's an opportunity to trade. Absolutely. If there's an option available to trade, every 5 minutes you'll have a new one that's available. So the potential for you to trade every 5 minutes is there. And people look at that and they think that they can take dozens, hundreds of trades and try to work some type of strategy so that they achieve a win rate high enough to make it worth their time. And all they're doing is they take one contract and they keep trading with one contract 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. Now, everyone doesn't trade that high frequency, but some people do what I'm describing. And even if they don't do what I'm describing, they're doing some version of it. So you may not be taking 50 trades a day, but you might be taking 5. Might be taking 3. Or you might be taking 6 or 10. So you see how it's arbitrary. But the same thing that the person taking 50 trades is doing is the same thing that the person taking 3 trades is doing. What is that? They are coin flipping. How do I know that? Because they don't understand the market's movement. Plain and simple. And if you don't take time to understand movement, you are flipping a coin every time that you trade. Period. Without exception. Even people that trade with me who don't follow my protocol and my instructions, guess what they're doing? They're coin flipping. And you'll be doing this until you start to work on your mindset so that you can apply patience and discipline so that all you do is follow my protocol and you stop doing anything else. So even if you're training, it still is going to take you time to develop the discipline and the patience that you need in order to apply what I teach you. Because put it like this, I'm not training you to lose. Come on now. Come on. This is, see, understand something. This is professional trading here. That's what TeamAlliance represents. Professional trading. Not trading. Anybody can trade. Trading is just flipping a coin and hoping that you win trades. Professional trading is consistently winning trades. It means generating profit, generating income consistently. That's the difference. You can only do that if you're a professional where? In the market. See, you can only become a professional trader by understanding the market first. And this is why the argument people come with makes no sense, because if you don't take the time to understand the market, I don't care what you tell me about a strategy or I don't take trades and I don't do this and I don't do that. The one thing that you don't see me doing is losing. Hold on. So I may not do a bunch of things, but at the top of the not list is losing. That's what we're not going to do here. And the reason is because we're taking our time. With what? With the market. With the market. People really think that they can beat the market. And this is such a man, listen, it's a mistake to think that you can outperform the market. You cannot do it. Nobody can do that. Even I can't do that. That's why I don't try to do it. I don't try to outperform the market. Now, what I do is I cooperate with the market. I wait. I wait and wait and wait, however long it takes for the market to present stability of movement. If the market does not present that, what do I do? Nothing. That's the discipline. That's the part that people don't get. That's why when you come on this platform, you get beat up if you don't understand the market. See, people come on the platform thinking that they can take a strategy of some type, thinking that they can just flip a coin, thinking that they can take, some signal service that they found and then come on the platform and make a killing. Oh, this strategy is good, man. Winning 9 out of 10. You win a 9 out of 10, and then the day comes where you decide to scale up. Same day that you scale up, you lose. Worst part is you don't know why you lost. Same way you didn't understand why you were winning trades in the first place. So that's the dynamic that we deal with here. We don't try to do anything in the market without the market. See, people have it twisted. They do it the other way around. They go out, find a signal service or a strategy, and then they come to the platform. See, they done went out and spent money on some type of strategy, which is simply a way to coin flip. That's all it is. All the strategy is a coin flipping method. So the question that y'all be asking is, well, what coin flipping method are you using? That's why when people say to me, well, Mark, your strategy, nope. I don't have a strategy, man. Nothing that I do involves coin flipping at all. As a matter of fact, I'm not even looking for a trade. See, that's the difference. I'm not looking for a trade. I'm looking for why trades win. I'm looking to understand why a trade wins. And until you understand fully why a trade would win consistently, you're not paying enough attention to the market. What you're doing is you're actually trying to find ways to get into trades that win. See, that's what you're doing. You see the difference? You're trying to find a way in. I'm trying to find the reason why I should be in. So when you see me, when I do trade, win, I knew I was going to win. Hold up. This is the part right here that people don't like when I talk like this. Well, what do you mean you knew that you were going to win? Well, I knew the outcome of the market's movement when I entered the trade. Whoa. Listen to what I said. I knew the outcome of the market's movement. So it's not about a trade, is it? What is it about? It's about the market. Until you understand that, you don't understand nothing. You won't understand why you won. Forget about trying to understand why you lost. I'll go a little deeper into it too. A lot of times people will think that they entered a trade wrong because they lost. It had nothing to do with you entering the trade. It had nothing to do with what price you got on the trade. You could have got the best price available on the trade. Remember that with binaries, the way that you win is by being correct about where the market ends in position relative to the strike price. That's how you collect the profit. So it's not about, man, I got into that trade trying to go back and see what I did wrong. What you did wrong was take a trade. See, you're trying to figure out what you did wrong with the trade. Oh, I could have entered earlier. Oh, I entered too late. Oh, damn, I think I entered that one too early. No, you entered it, period. It was a losing trade. It was a losing trade from the beginning. Ouch. Hold up. Hold up. See, a coin flip is a losing trade because you might win. Oh, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Are you paying attention to what I'm saying? You might win. That's a losing trade. Why? Because you're going to take another you might win trade. If the trade that you take is, oh, you might win this, that means you might lose too. If the trades that you continue to take or you might win this trades, eventually you will lose. Make sense? So you're not losing because you picked the wrong trade. All of the trades are wrong. Even the trades you win are wrong. Oh boy. Oh man. See, we're gonna get a little deep tonight. Even the trades you win are wrong. You know how I know that? Because the next time you do the same thing, you might lose. And if you keep winning those, now you get the false sense that you're doing something that actually works. Until the day comes that what? You lose. It's the same logic that people have when it comes to a win rate. People think that they'll just take a certain number of trades and a certain percentage of those trades will win and a small percentage will lose. And they think that the goal is to get a higher winning percentage. When in actuality, no. You would be better off understanding why you lost a trade and understanding why you won. But you know that people are not going to do that. What do people do? Let's say that you won a trade and it came close. Ooh, I won that one, man. Yeah. Ooh, that was close. But I won. Isn't that what everyone says? That was a close one. But I won, though. So you're justifying everything that you did with the trade just because you won the trade. Instead of looking at, well, damn, why was it close? See, when I talk like this is helpful to people that train with me. Because even if you don't train with me and do what I do, this is still going to help you to stop losing as much. Because I know that you're losing. And I know that it hurts. And I know that it's frustrating and it makes you want to quit. I know. See, you're not alone. Understand, it's not just you feeling that way. The majority feel that way because the majority is losing. Make no mistake about it. Most people are losing. They're not winning. I give you an example. People be delusional. Oh, man, I was doing pretty good. And then, man, one day I just lost it all. What does that mean? What did you just tell me? You just told me that you're losing. Yeah, but Mark, I was doing well at first, though. So then what happened? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so if you don't know what happened, you don't know what you was doing to begin with. My goodness, my goodness. Oh man, this is gonna really help somebody. I don't know who. This is gonna help somebody. Let me see. I'll come over to the comments in a minute. I wanted to talk a little bit about this movement that we're looking at, just to kind of frame things, right? Overall, the movement in the market that we're seeing now, and I would say from 940 and we'll say from about 945-ish, about 950. So from 9:50 p.m. until now, the market has been ranging. We know that range behavior represents the first indication that the market is stabilizing. Excuse me. Now, what happens in between ranges is the market will reposition itself. And what that looks like visually is when you see the smaller candles clustering together, and then you see a big candle. Then you see subsequent smaller candles clustering, then a big candle. Right? Smaller candles clustering, you might see actual diagonal type of movement or whatever the case may be, but there'll still be smaller candles. And when you see that, then you see the big candles. The big candles represent the position changes. It's when the market repositions itself. Now, why is that important to know? Because all candles are not created equal. All environments are not created equal. All ranges are not created equal. Notice I said smaller candles. So the ranges that I make reference to and that we are looking for are smaller ranges, smaller candles. Even in the midst of different types of candles. So in other words, you'll see bigger candles, but you guys are now starting to understand what the bigger candles mean when the dominant is actually the smaller candles. Whoa. Did y'all catch what I just said? See, bigger candles mean something different when you have dominance in the market of the smaller candles. The same way that it's flipped around. If you have dominance of bigger candles, the smaller candles don't mean what you think they mean. This might be a little too advanced for some people, but just stay with me. A lot of this stuff will start to make sense as you watch more of these observations, because everything that I'm describing is going to help you understand the market more. Because understanding the market is how you win these trades. Has nothing to do with the trade setup. Nothing. The most important thing is that you're able to recognize that the market is stabilizing. You're able to recognize that the market is stable. You're able to recognize when the market changes position during being stable. Recognizing these things, that's how you elevate your understanding of the market and ultimately win all of your trades. Because we're not here to lose. Are you here to lose? No. All right, so if what you're doing right now currently is causing you to be in losing trades, you need to stop trading. You need to learn how to start observing. And you need to know what to look for. That's why I do these observations. Because I'm telling you, I'm explaining and breaking it down so that you understand, damn, man, this makes sense. Yes, it's supposed to make sense. Now you have to control yourself. See, this is why I train on mindset first. When you come into my training, the first training is mindset. Because none of this is even going to matter if you don't learn how to develop the patience and the discipline that you need. I just said, if you're losing, you need to stop. Oh, yeah, I'll slow down, Mark. No, you need to stop trading, period. Period. Can you do that? Oh man, it's hard. No, it's not hard. It's not hard. Just stop. All right, let me come over to the comments real quick. All right, let me do a quick roll call, see who we got in the building. I see Patrick here. I say, sir. David McCormick, I see. I see Kelly JT. Claire's here. Peter Leonardi is here. Phil Drake. Charles is here. Ro is in the building. Jermaine is here. Torre. Otis. Mo. Teddy Jones. Osmond, what's happening? Flumax, what's happening, man? Mr. James is here. Shawnee is here. Latoya Simpkins, welcome. And WM, welcome. Damon, what's up, man? I see Jamal. I see Chess. All right, cool. Cool. All right, let me see. Latoya Simpkins, I've been a scalper for the last 5 years on NADEX. Never just sit in an expiry for 5 minutes. I just grow 250 to around 1K a week on top of working from home. This seems interesting to learn. They are convinced that their analysis was correct, which is always not true with options. Okay, it looks like, okay, I think that you might have been engaging when I was talking at the time. All right, so Latoya, that's good. You said that you've been scalping on NADEX for 5 years, and you take 250 to 1,000 a week on top of working from home. That's good, man. I'm glad. Glad that you're doing well for yourself. Let me see what. Did I miss something back here? Oh no, okay. I thought I had missed something else. Now this is 100% right here. See, this is what we do. We're not trading, we're waiting. Bingo. Waiting. Another thing that's a huge misconception about NADEX. People think that NADEX is like the prices are different here on NADEX than they are in the actual market. That's not true. That is not true. The indicative price on the NADEX platform actually represents them taking the actual bids in the market, and they take the bids and the asks from both sides. So they take both sides of the open market prices and they average it out. And they take the most recent quotes also to create the current indicative price. So when you see that indicative price moving, it represents the actual market moving, even though it's one number. But it has to be one number in order for the binaries to be traded, because the one number will decide whether or not you win or lose the trade based on where that number ends relative to the strike price. So that's why the indicative price is just one number versus you seeing how in the actual underlying Forex markets, when you look at any pair, for example, the euro dollar in the open market, it'll have a bid price and ask price. And typically the spread is kind of small on the euro, so it might be like maybe 0.2 or 0.3 pips, which are micro pips. So that's where you'll see the difference in the price. But when you look over here on the NADEX platform, you see indicative price, which is one number. And when you look at that, you're like, wait, well, why is it one number here? You know, and Forex is two numbers. And I'm explaining how they create the indicative price. And you can actually, they have a resource that explains the indicative price also. If you go to nadex.com, or you can call them and they'll send it to you. They'll send you the link for it. But like this is the type of stuff that's good to do to actually find out more about the platform that you trade on. A lot of people, they don't take the time to do their due diligence either. When I first started trading on NADEX, I looked at everything. I was calling them all the time. What's this? I don't understand that. The chart price is different than the indicative price. I remember when I called them one day and I told them that. I said the price on the chart sometimes is different than the actual indicative price. Why is that? And then they explained mid-range and all of that stuff to me on the chart. And that's when I realized, I'm like, oh, so you can't even use the chart price. You got to use the actual indicative price. So where do you see the indicative price from? See? And that's why you always hear me talk about the ticket or the binary ladder. That's where you see the actual indicative price from. So like here, for example, on the ladder, that's the indicative price right there where my mouse is. And this is the exact same price as what you see on the ticket. Now, when you look at the chart price will often be different. They won't always exactly match. Sometimes the price on the chart is different than the indicative, the actual indicative price that you see here. They won't be the same all the time. Look, right now, 2.3 on the indicative. Look at the chart price, 2.2. You saw that? So just understanding little things like that. When you take your time and do your diligence, you learn all the nuances, all of the little things about the platform, the things that you need to know. All of this is market related information. So before you start just getting on the platform and throwing your money into trades, take the time to understand what the platform is about. Take the time to understand what the numbers mean. Observe. That's why the observation is the most powerful thing that you can do, because the market is going to teach you everything. It's going to tell you everything. Johnny Haynes, what's happening? Johnny, you trade Forex? Sounds like you trade Forex. Pound yen falling on the 4-hour and the weekly. Yep, definitely sounds like you trade Forex. I remember when I used to trade Forex. I used to trade the pound yen. I was trading the pound yen at a time when they used to move like 1,000 pips a day. The spread was 20 pips. They used to have a 20 pip spread on the yen because the volatility was so crazy. So like if you say for example, if you were trading, what is it? I used to trade, I think on the yen, maybe 50 to 100 contracts, standards. So before you even do anything, just paying the spread on a 50 standard lot size trade, you already spent like $1,000 just on the spread, and the market didn't even go nowhere yet. You in the red, so the market has to go up by 20 pips first, just for you to recover what you paid in the daggone spread. Crazy, right? But I used to trade it anyway. I used to do it anyway because it used to swing 200 to 400 pips in both directions. Crazy. I remember those times. That was a little flashback that I had just now. Crazy. Yep, I used to trade the pound yen. Sometimes I would trade the EJ, the euro yen. Yep. But I tell you what, though, I made a lot of money at that time, but I make more money now. I make more money here on NADEX doing less. Crazy, right? I make more doing less. Yeah, because this is how we train, Mo. Yep. We're looking at that ticket and see. So look, check this out. This is why you don't even open a ticket until the time comes for you to apply parameters. So you'll very rarely see me opening up tickets now, because I know if I'm not seeing what I need to see in the market first, if I'm not seeing RCB, if I don't see stability, there's no need for me to have a ticket open. Make sense? Tickets should be open when you're ready to do something. So I don't even open up a ticket. I move the box. That's all I do. I just move the box. I focus on that. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Johnny said gold got a 20 to 30 pip spread now. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Muffin Woman, what's happening? Let me see. Yes, correct. Osmond is talking about the chart displays. Yeah, and I had mentioned this a little while ago when I was talking about the chart. When I first started on the platform, I asked NADEX about this, and they explained it to me. And that's when I realized, I'm like, okay. So what I decided to do, I just left it on the default option. I think the default option is mid, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see something. I think it's mid. Price, yeah. See, by default, it's set to mid. So I just left it there. I just left it right where it was. And basically the mid, I believe, is it's kind of like the average of the price of the bid and the ask. And then there's another option called last traded. So the last traded is showing you more of the up-to-date actual movements of the indicative on the chart, though. So when you use any of them, it doesn't matter. They all will be different moves relative to the actual indicative. A lot of times they'll line up, but sometimes they won't. In other words, the chart does not always line up with the actual indicative movement. And that's why people, when they look at the chart and they go by the chart price, they calling up NADEX when their trade came close. And they're like, oh, well, on the chart, it says I won. Yeah, but the chart is not a full reflection of the actual indicative. And that's what I mean about when you have a ticket open or you look at the ladder, you'll see the actual indicative price. And it can be different than the chart, and often is. Yep. Orion, what's happening? And this is facts right here. Don't pull out that gun unless you're ready to just unless you're ready to let it off. Yep. What's today? Monday? Yeah. So this week I'm already seeing or I should say differences in the movement on the euro versus last week. Last week I had mentioned on the observation from Friday that I believe I had attempted to enter into four trades on four separate occasions, and four of them were not filled. And I think one trade I did end up being in was filled for the full fill. But I had made like maybe four, even five different attempts for entering, and I didn't get filled. So what I had focused on during the observation was just talking about that specifically, and about how we don't really, it's nothing to be excited about or get upset about or anything. It just is what it is. That's not always going to be the case. You'll have weeks where you get filled on everything. fulfills. You'll have weeks where you don't get filled. For me, that was last week. That, just as one example. You'll have weeks where there are fewer actual trades that come. You'll have weeks where there are more. Don't try to do the job of the market. Let the market do its job. See, that's super important. You got to let the market be the market. Don't try to make the market do what you want it to do. That's not going to happen. Let the market do what it's doing. The market either will align a trade for you or it won't. You'll either get filled when you attempt to enter a trade or you won't. Whatever the market decides to do, whatever ends up happening, accept it. Don't try to do the job of the market. You're not the market. The market is the market. It's not NADEX's fault. It's not the platform. It's none of that. There's so many different things going on a trading platform in the markets all the time. It's not always going to be the same as far as, what's happening with fills and with orders and stuff like that. That's not always going to be the same. It's a real market. Just like if there are fewer people trading on the opposite side of what you want to do, that means that there's less liquidity. So you may not be filled if you decide to trade at that time. It is what it is. Then there'll be times where everybody on the other side, like, all right, plenty of liquidity. Boom, you get filled. You don't even see pricing. But you got filled on it because there are that many orders out there. That many people on the other side of the trade that are going against what you think. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's a variable thing. Let the market be the market. Don't try to think for nobody else. Don't try to, make other people want to do something. Nah, we don't have to do any of that. This market gives us money all the time. Just wait for it. It's like just wait. Wait, man. And I don't care what contract size you're at. You could have just started the project. I want you to develop this habit now. Don't get greedy. Don't get, anxious about it. Don't feel like the market owes you something. Oh, I missed that. Damn, I missed that one. Nah, we don't miss anything. You know how many trades people have been in the group and I wasn't around? And I'm like, that was excellent. I wasn't around at the time. I couldn't participate. It's what it is. I'm glad somebody else caught it though. I'm glad somebody else was there. You see? And because we're trained the way that we are, we got recordings. So we can look and see like, wow. So anytime you have doubts and you're thinking, I don't know, man, the market didn't do anything this week. But then you see recordings in the group, you know that the market did something. It may not have done anything while you were there, but that's what I mean about not stressing that part. Don't worry about that. Let it be. See, as a professional also, one of the most important things that you'll be doing is learning how to maintain your cool. No emotions. There's no room for you to be emotional here. Just let it be. Let it be. If you miss a whole week, so what? So what? So what? The market is remarkable. Trust me when I tell you. Out of nowhere, the market just decides to give it up. Out of nowhere. You be like, damn, wow. That was great. Yeah. And it happens way more often than you think it does. So if every time that you think that you missed out on something, there's going to be a trade that comes when you didn't expect it to. Market just stabilizes and gives it up real quick. Like, wow, that was great. And then you got the recording for it too. Come on, man. That, like, professional. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, man. This is a profession, and that's how you have to treat it. This is so true. Shiny said the waiting around without TA process wears some people out, but that's where the discipline kicks in. Understand, that's where the money kicks in. That's the bag right there. You got to understand, having that discipline will keep you out of mess. You'll stay out the market when you ain't got no business being there. Because it's easy for your greed to put you into trade mode. That is so easy to do. You don't want to go in trade mode. Then that turns into you just blacking out and you don't know what happened. Like, oh man, I don't know. Damn, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking. We're not going into trade mode ever. Yeah, market is the dictator all day. All day. Shani says, just because there may be less opportunities, that don't mean that we forget about that MRMH. Exactly. Exactly. Nothing changes with the process. Nothing changes with the process. And this is a fact right here. When you don't have that fear of missing out, that's how you know. Mindset is where it needs to be. Yep. And you definitely have to have an abundance mindset. No room for scarcity thinking. Oh, the market doesn't give off that many trades anymore. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Market give it up. The market gives it up even when you thought it didn't give it up. You know how many times I've went back into the week and looked at my withdrawals? I'm like, whoa. I didn't even realize I traded that many times. It was 4 trades. I've done that like recently. I'm thinking I traded once or twice. 4, 5. The withdrawals don't lie. The withdrawals let you know how many times you traded. Them bank deposits let you know. Shit. Keith McCoy, what's going on, sir? Very true. And that's why we don't change nothing. That's right. The process changes, the results change. Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Oh, snap. Smeagol. Oh, snap. That's how you be looking crazy. Yo, the image of that in my head now is crazy. That's funny. He says Schmeagol. Wow. That is funny. Damon says it's important to have another source of income to keep you from being thirsty. I agree. I agree. Yeah, that's something that Shawnee preaches that all the time. Like, look, get a part-time job or something. Get a side hustle. Do something else. Yeah, but see, okay. And that is very important. I actually must say. And I'll elaborate on that a little bit because it's very true. The one thing that people make the mistake of doing is thinking that they're going to get to the bag early. They're going to be making all this money. And now what they're doing by thinking that way is putting themselves under a pressure that they create, though, mind you. They create their own pressure. And that pressure leads them to do stupidity in the market that leads them to lose. It never fails. So you have to not have that pressure there at all. There's no need to have the pressure there, first of all. Because it don't matter how many times you take a trade, if you're not where you need to be mentally, and if you're not applying the process as you should, you ain't gonna win them anyway. So what's the point of trying to rush it? Oh, well, I gotta hurry up and get this money up because I got stuff to do, I got bills to pay and this and that, and I want to do this and I want to do that. No. It's not an ATM machine. That's not what this is. That's like you trying to go and do brain surgery, but you still in school to become a surgeon. How does that look? Man, I need to operate on a brain real quick. Shit. I need to get to this surgeon money. Does that happen? No. Like you in school. Operate on a brain. What? You sounding like your brain need to be operated on. Sounded crazy. Yep. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Damon says stock options and Forex keep him disciplined on NADEX. I mean, you want to do something else? Just keep buying Bitcoin every week, a little bit. I haven't said it in a while. You see Bitcoin coming back up again. Buy Bitcoin every week. Mark, you still buying Bitcoin? Yep. Been buying it the whole time when it was going down too. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all may not have seen that that podcast. Matter of fact, yeah, let me type it in here. When you go to that site, that'll take you to the podcast where I talked about Bitcoin. For anybody that might have missed it. Because some people out here trading crypto. And I don't believe in trading crypto. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. But if you want to trade something, there's nothing better than NADEX. If you want to become a professional trader, there's nothing better than TeamAlliance. This the real deal, man. This the real deal. See, I'm going to tell you the truth no matter what. Mark, I can't tell you how many messages I get like this. Mark, how long do you think it's going to take me to get to your level? 30 years. You said my level. It took me 30 years. Why would it take you any less time than that? See, people don't think about that, do they? So don't ask that. Well, Mark, oh, okay, all right. Well, let me rephrase. How long do you think it's going to take me to, be able to be consistently profitable? Well, have no idea. I don't know how hard-headed you are. I don't know the stuff that you have to overcome in your own mindset. So get to work. Get to work, and then you tell me how long it takes for you. That's how you have to look at this. That's how you got to look at this. Zabu said 30 years for real. Well, let's do some math. When I started out in the financial markets, I was 12. And I'm 43. That's 31 years. I cannot exclude anything at all in the time. Everything I started learning at age 12 led up to whatever I learned next. I got to include it. I can't start from, when I started Forex, because when I started Forex, it was 2004. I started Forex in 2004. I left the workforce 2 years later. Now, so look, let's look at that. Hold on. Let me go into this because this is good. I began trading Forex 2004. Prior to that, I traded everything that you can think of. Futures, options, stock options, index options. I was invested in mutual funds. I had brokerage accounts. I traded stocks, individual stocks. What am I missing? E-money, the E-mini futures, traded those. Traded commodities. What else? No, I didn't trade bonds. I did buy some bonds though. I had owned some bonds. So yeah, I'm going back before Forex. So by the time Forex came, I already did all of that. I was with a prop trading firm for day trading stocks. Did that. I was an apprentice for a brokerage firm. Did that. I mean, the list goes on. So all of that is why I was already in the know by the time Forex came. Understand, the reason that I was succeeding on Forex is because of all of my previous experience in the markets. So that's why it only took me 2 years to retire. 2 years after I started Forex, I quit my job. 2006. So from 2004 to 2006, that's only 2 years. But it's not like I did everything in 2 years. Understand? All the stuff I did before that was why it only took me 2 years in Forex. So I use Forex as the means to be able to leave the workforce. And I became a full-time trader. And that was 2006. What year are we in now? This is 2021. So that right there was 15 years ago. So just me going back 15, just me going back halfway brings me to the beginning of Forex for me. And the beginning of Forex for me, I had already had more than a decade of investment and trade experience. Mind you, on my own. I didn't have an advisor. I didn't have a mentor. This was me just with my money, working on different jobs, saving up money, opening up my own account, trading my own account. I remember when I started with $1,000 when E-Trade started. Put $1,000 in that account. By the time I left E-Trade, and I think I went from E-Trade, I think, to Charles Schwab. By the time I did that, I pulled out $80,000 out of E-Trade, and I started with 1,000. One example. I went to Charles Schwab. I went to the office in person. The guy was like, "Are you here to see someone?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to open up an account." He looked at me like I was crazy. Huh? How much would you like to start with? 50,000. What? I said, "Do you accept wires?" Sure. Come this way. Come right this way, Mr. Fuller. The looks changed. As soon as I started having a conversation with him, everything changed. He was like, "Whoa, what?" Did a wire transfer. The money was there in 2 hours. Went to work. I'm just telling my story, just a little bit. Because people, I mean, like people ask me these questions all the time, and then when I go back, I'm like, man, you know, I have to talk about everything. I can't exclude nothing, because all of this is why I am how I am right now. Forex led to NADEX. When I was on Forex, I was primarily scalping at first with huge contracts. When I opened up a Forex account, my first Forex account was with FXCM. They're not even here in the United States no more. Some of y'all know that because they was doing unscrupulous business. So they got banned. But anyway, yeah, FXCM. My first 6 months on FXCM, I opened up an account with 2,500. By the time I withdrew, I went into my history and looked at all the withdrawals. It was 150,000 that I took out. I didn't even know that because I used to withdraw so often. I was withdrawing every day. They called me one time and they said, could you please not send in so many withdrawals? Because what it was a form that you had to send in. And the way that I trade, I'll trade and then I'll make the withdrawal right after. So like I'll place a trade and whatever profit I make, that's what the withdrawal is I'm going to make. So they getting all of these forms because you had to fill out a form, it had to be signed, and then you had to fax it. So that process took, like a full day. But after a while, the withdrawal queue was huge. So you didn't know when they were going to get to it. So there was times where, like, stuff got lost in the queue, all type of stuff. I used to be sending 10 to 15 withdrawal forms a day. They're like, could you not do that? Can you send, just try to consolidate them? No. That's not how I trade. When I trade, I send the form immediately. Come on now. They was calling me. They was like, hey, man, please stop doing this. And I was like, no, keep up. I told the dude on the phone, I said, keep up. I ended up being cool with him too. Actually, I went to the office and he remembered my voice when I got to the office. He said, I think I spoke to you one time. I said, you probably did. He said, it was you. He's like, you're the withdrawal guy, right? I was like, that's me. He said, you're the withdrawal guy. Oh, shit. Crazy, man. Yeah, I'm gonna at some point I probably I'm gonna have to write a book or something. I'm gonna have to because it's a lot. Yes, sir. All facts. I didn't even think about that. That's right. That is a fact. Yeah, I would stay on their neck all day. It was like a love-hate relationship with them because they used to love me but hate me at the same time. It's like this guy, he's a real prick. I'm like, yeah, but you ain't gonna call me broke, that's for sure. You ain't gonna call me broke. No, not at all. Right. No offense. I was like, no offense taken. I'll take that. He was like, yeah, you're the withdrawal guy. I recognize your voice. I was like, that's me. What's up? Oh man. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Dang. I got so many memories and like just funny stuff. Crazy stuff. Yeah, man. But so when I when I talk about things now, this is why I can speak with so much authority because of actual experience. So I'm not talking about stuff I don't know. Matter of fact, everything I talk about is only what I know. Because I typically won't talk about anything that I don't know. It's like if I don't know about it, I can't talk about it. So I don't. So anything that you hear me talking about, I know. I know it. That's exactly why I'm telling folks on this platform, listen, stop trading. I don't know why I lost this trade though. Well, because there's something that you didn't see in the market at the time. It's not because you selected a bad trade. It's not it. I like this. Mark withdrawal Fuller. Yep. That's a dope title right there. I like that. That is a dope title. Yes, indeed. But I mean, on this particular platform, again, playing the waiting game. There's money in the wait. That's where the money's at. The money is in the wait. And just being as honest as I can be as far as a realistic way of thinking about how long it's going to take you. Give yourself a year to learn, not to trade. Give yourself a year, like realistically, to learn how to stop trading. If you're that person that has been trading and losing, really learn how to stop trading and understand the whys of the market. Why did the market move that way? Why did the market move that way now? What about the existing behavior makes the current movement make sense? What is the existing behavior? What's the dominant behavior that's going on? Why is that important? What is that going to do to impact the movement that's coming forward? This is how you start to actually understand the market. Ask the right questions. Not, oh, is this trade going to win? That's not doing anything for you. That's why signals and all that don't work. Signals don't account for what the market actually is doing. Signals are based on a bunch of indicators that somebody's using. Oh, I got a buy signal. Okay, but so what? You got a buy signal, then you took the buy and lost. So what good was the buy signal? That's always my question. Like, what good was that? I don't want see. This is another thing too about like understanding what you want to do. When you come onto a trading platform, what is it that you want? Oh, I don't want to make too much money. First of all, you sound stupid. Anybody that says that, I immediately just I stop talking to them. I don't want to make too much money. What does that mean? What are you here for? What are you here for? The objective is to be successful. And the objective is to maximize the potential. What's the potential here? We know what the potential here is. 1%. That's the potential that you have here on this platform. Well, I don't want to make that much. Okay, you don't have to. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But what is it that you do want? Oh, about $1,000 a week is good. See, here you go with your job. Now you got your job thinking. That's how you think on a job. This is why you're not built to be a professional trader yet. Your mindset is all off. Or about 500 a week, or about an extra 1,000. I can live off of that. No. Why do you just want that? If just you thinking like that puts you under pressure. Because you're not, now it's like, well, how am I going to get 1,000 a week? Here. See? So look at what happened. Boom. You right back where you started. Now you in hustle mode. Oh, I got to figure out how to get to this money, man. Because you created some arbitrary number in your head, 1,000 a week. What does that even mean? What does that mean? And does that correspond to what the platform can provide? How many trades would you need to do that? What makes you think that the market is willing to give you that? See? This is stuff that makes sense that you should ask. I'm not saying anything that don't make sense. Everything I'm talking about makes sense. Where did you get $1,000 a week from? Where did you get that from? Now, mind you, when I talk like this, I'm actually telling you about conversations that I've had with people. These are real conversations. And the guy that I was talking to, I was asking him the same questions that I'm asking now. Where'd you get 1,000 from? Oh, I should be able to pay. I should be able to be comfortable, pay most of my bills, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But you still haven't answered the question. Why 1,000? Why not 2? Why not 500? Better yet, where are you getting the per week from? What makes you think that the market is going to give you something that week? You're just going to assume? What if the market doesn't? What if everything that you are trained to do doesn't happen that week? How are you going to get to your $1,000? How are you going to make up for that? I missed my trades last week, so I got to make up for them this week. Now you playing catch up in the next week. Wrong mentality. Your mindset is off. See, this is why I work on people's mindset before they even get into this. Because you should not be thinking like that, period. You shouldn't be thinking like that at all. I'm giving you the blueprint. Listen, this is it. Let me just simplify everything. Here's the blueprint. You're going to learn how to not lose. Not because of how you're trading, but because of how you're thinking. The way that you think is going to lead to how you observe the market. And the way that you observe the market is going to lead to winning trades, because you'll wait for those trades to come. Now, let's eliminate the pressure. Well, man, how many trades do we need to reach our goal? Well, what's the goal? I'm going to tell you what the result is, because the result is bigger than your goals. Project Freedom alone puts you in position where on one trade, you pay all of your bills for the month. This is my blueprint. This is me. My blueprint. You all stressed? Nah, we don't. No, there's no need to be stressed. One trade pays all of your bills for the month. Where's the pressure? Non-existent. There is no pressure. We just eliminated pressure just like that. Because now I'm telling you, literally, one trade pays all of your bills for the month. So that means if you only traded once for the month, all of your bills are paid. That changes everything, doesn't it? Changes everything. This is the blueprint. You want to do better than that? Sure, you can do better than that. Now, mind you, you can do better than that without trying. Because I guarantee you that you end up in more than 2 trades in a week just waiting. If all you did was observe and wait, you'll do more than that. And 2 trades a week puts you in the top 1%. Y'all know how much the top 1% of income is in the country? It's $530,000 a year. Your doctor don't even make that much. Your doctor right now doesn't even make that much. Come on now. You don't believe me? Ask him. Hey, doc, how much you make a year? I don't mean to be all in your pockets, but how much you make? He ain't gonna say that number. He or she will not tell you that, because they don't make that much. Your lawyer neither. Yet the potential for that is here. And not just the potential, what happens if you let it? This is the blueprint, man. This is the blue. Oh, Mark, that's way too much. All right. You don't got to do it. You don't have to do it. Just chill. You'll be all right. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. See, like you begin to realize how crazy people really be sounding. That's too much. What? I want to make money in my sleep. Kind of sound like that, huh? I make a withdrawal and go to sleep. I make a withdrawal and go to bed. And see, the thing about it is, again, we're back to what you actually are doing. This is not a stressful situation at all. This is market observation. And because you understand the market, you understand how to apply what you see in the observation to the trades. Whoa. That's a powerful dynamic. What that means is that you'll know the outcome of the trade before you take the trade. So you're not even taking the trade. You're really receiving the trade. Market is giving it to you. All right. Jamal, no, but I do plan to. I plan on going there. It's in Chicago. Yeah, I think that somebody don't live too far from there, from where their office is. It might be Jelani. I think it's Jelani, actually. I don't think that it's far from where he is. But yep, I will give them a visit. 100%. I agree. Yeah, I mean, just sounded crazy. Like, I don't want to make too much. Okay. And see, what's funny about money is that money hears you say that. Money heard you when you said that. Money's like, okay, I'll make sure that you won't make too much. Sure will. Insanity. Yep, you already know, Otis. Right place at the right time. Yep. So, I mean, it really amazes me how as soon as people just really take the time to listen and absorb this information, they know that I'm right. Everything I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is true. I don't have to hype it. I don't have to, to exaggerate anything. Oh, he's just exaggerating the numbers. No, I'm not. It's simple math. It's simple math. Simple math. And see, the thing about it is that you're free to do however, whatever you want to do, you're free to do it. You're free to do it however you want to. But the beauty of following the blueprint is when you follow the blueprint, you get the same outcome. Man, you ever see a blueprint for a house or like a building? You can build the same exact building in more than one place with the blueprint. You got all the same schematics, the same measurements, the same materials, everything is the same. But as soon as you try to switch things up, the building is different. Like it looked the same, but nah, something different about it. See? Because you switched up the blueprint. But when you stick to it, you duplicate the building. You build the same building. And that's why a blueprint is powerful. Because you don't have to do anything aside from follow the blueprint. And listen to what I'm saying, that the result of it is going to be. Why would you want to do anything else? Oh, no, that's too much. No, I don't want to do that much. Well, what do you want? What do you want? Because if you following the blueprint, it's not about what you want. It's about what's going to happen if you follow the blueprint. You follow the blueprint, you're going to build the same building. Do you want the same building? That's the question. So that should be your question. Do I want the same building? No, I don't want that building. All right, move on. You don't got to follow the blueprint. No, that building is not for me. Okay. Good luck. Well, this is good. I like this. Damon said, in order to make withdrawals, we first have to withdraw from trading during instability. Very good. Very good. Absolutely need an open mind. Absolutely. And you see, everyone's not built to do this. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because people want to do it don't mean that they can do it. And I'm not saying that it's because they can't do what I'm doing. They're not going to do what I'm doing. Then, just like when I talk about how many times I've watched 301, like people think that that's insanity. It is insanity. I've watched 301 close to 6,000 times. 6,000. Just me. Just me. I'm gonna show you something. Let me open this up real quick. Hold on, because I haven't even looked at this in a while. But let me take a look at something real quick. Where we at? Can I do it that way? No, let me do it this way. Oh, excuse me. $301 as of this very moment has 54,474 views on it as of right now. Of that, close to 6,000 of them are just me. Just me. Did y'all hear what I said? And for those that don't know what 301 is, 301 is the main training video that we watch daily. It's just on repeat. There's actually a playlist that has 4 videos in it, and that's one of them. Another one is 301 Mindset. I haven't even tracked my views of that one, but that one is up there too. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because this is what I do. So again, if someone is coming along saying that they want to do what I'm doing, are you doing that? I have the 301 playlist on repeat every day, all day, every day. I got Bluetooth speakers in the shower. I got Sony Bluetooth speakers throughout the house. So every time I move around the house somewhere, it connects automatically to the phone or to the laptop. And if I don't have that, I got my headphones on. This is me all day. Literally all day I'm walking around with headphones on. Even my family, they so used to it, it's normal. They're like, Pop, can you hear me? Like, yeah, I hear you. Because I got one of the ears off so I can hear them. But mind you, I'm playing 301 in the background on the other ear. On repeat every day. So I'm saying that because I want you to understand that's a part of our process. That's a part of the way that we learn is through repetition. If you keep hearing it every day over and over and over and over again, you're going to become or I should say you'll reach the point where you don't think about the process. You're becoming the process. So now when you observe the market, you're observing the market different because something hit you from when you listened to training. Something clicked. 301, I'm talking about the phases. Phase 1, environment. Phase 2, behavior. Phase 3, parameters. When we're in phase 2, how do we get to phase 3? Well, phase 2 has to be confirmed. How does that happen? Market has to become stable. How does that happen? We need move and hold. What's move and hold? Behavior. What does it look like? See, this is what I mean. All this stuff is clicking. And this is how I train. That's how you train. Come on now. Shiny said, I ain't gonna hold you. Is one of the fan members, if one of the fan members had 80 and 100K withdrawals, I'll be tapping in. I know that's right. Alvin, what's happening? Yep. So that's why, one of the things that I say, if you want to do what I do, you have to do what I'm doing. Like my level of training is at a whole nother level. It's at such a crazy level that I don't even talk about it anymore. I used to talk about it like, all the time. Like, yeah, I'm about to go turn on 301. I can't even talk about it because I'm so used to doing it. It's like breathing. You don't say, all right, I'm about to take a breath. You just breathe. And that's what 301 is for us. But there's a reason that we do that, because that's the blueprint. See, that's how you're going to learn the process, is through the repetition. That's how you're going to elevate your mindset. 301 mindset on repeat. Repetition. It's insane, man. Insane. I should play something for 301 mindset real quick. Let me see something. Wherever it goes. Let me see if it's going to play on here. You feeling what you want. This 301 mindset. Listen, I'm going to play a little snippet. You become it. That's all you do now. So, tell you, man. Whoa. Hey, wait. I know that, like a lot of this is. Wait. I kid you not. This is what I just said. It's at the part, and I just said all of this. All right. See, you can't make this stuff up. Let me play this snippet. Just listen. Just what happens on the way. Because you got to understand, you starting from $100. You're going to take the $100 to wherever you want to go at the end until you reach that goal. Along the way, 1,000 is there, 2,000 is there, 3,000 is there, 4, 5, all of these are there. Depending on your goal, 10,000 is there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not about that at all. It's about the focus of your execution over and over again, rinsing and repeating. This shit. Rinsing and repeating. And you want this to be like no thought involved in it at all. It's just what I do. I am MRMH. I am stability in the market. Woo! You feeling what you want. You become it. That's all you do now. So,
Telling you, man.
Come on, man. You can't make that up. What's the chances of me just playing it and it's at that part though? I literally just said that. This is what I'm talking about. With no effort at all. That's how strong and how focused the execution is. So this stuff is not happening by accident or by luck. There's a reason that when you train and you elevate and you focus on this, that you're going to put yourself in position and you're going to be making this kind of money. There's a reason for it. This is the work. It's not about no strategy. Like, people waste their time with all of that. Oh, I just need another strategy. Need something with a higher win rate. Mm-hmm. Never a dull moment. Bam. Elevate your mindset, elevate your level of execution. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome. So I had no intention of being on here this long, but we pushing close to 2 hours now. I didn't even mean to be on here this long, but this was good. This was good. So I will see if maybe tomorrow I'll do coffee and charge a little early in the day. I had meant to do that today, but I had so much other stuff going on, I didn't have the time. So I just figured I'd come on to do the observation late. And that's what led to tonight's observation. All right, so this is volume number 35? Yeah, 35. Oh, this is hard. Look what Rose said. Anyone who watches the training playlist should understand that there's no deviation from the process. I'm new, and this is great. Look at that. Come on now. All right, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Another edition of Live Market Observation in the bag. I'll see y'all on Coffee and Charts mañana. Love, peace, and soul. Dom de Monco, Dom de Monco.